Morning! Happy St. Patrick's Day! It's March 17th, 2026, 7:54 a.m. and it's 30 degrees. And there was a little bit of snow on my roof this morning. I think it's evaporated everywhere else, but I did see some on the roof. And Dave said he had some on his truck. So we had a little bit of snow in the night. And I don't have my hat on because I can't drive with it on, but I'll put it on in a minute. When we get to the parking lot. Now, as I told y'all, there is some Irish in my bloodline, and I embrace it totally. And, you know, one day, when I was younger, I always said I'm going to start going to Savannah every year at St. Patrick's Day, because Savannah, Georgia has a lot of Irish there in the city, and they celebrate. I mean, there's people that come from Ireland to celebrate in Savannah. Now, I've heard of people going to Boston, Chicago, New York, but every one of them will tell you, if they've been to all of them, that there's no place like Savannah. Now, I do think it's not as big as it was, but we'll see this year. Especially when it's during the week. It's not. I looked last night, and I could still have gotten a hotel room for tonight. Yes, I would have had to have paid dearly, but there was a time when there would be no rooms. I mean, every hotel would be sold out. Of course, there's more hotels now. So that helps. And there was a time that if there was a hotel room, you're looking at $1,000 a night. Now you could find one for $400 and up. I don't really want that parking place unless there's no other choice. So that's right on down. That's right on down. Anyway, I always, on my phone, I will have on they do Mass this morning in Savannah. That will be covered on YouTube. And then they will do, the parade starts. The parade usually lasts anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, just depending on how many's there, how many's walking. You know, people start lining up to watch the parade. They started yesterday. I'm sure there was plenty that camped out. So, that's normally what I do on St. Patrick's Day while I'm working. I'm trying to see if this parking place is available. Yes, it is. Now, I know I risk getting bird poop on me here, but I'm going to chance it. No, I'm not going to chance it. I'm going right up here. This is a little further, but I need to walk further. I need to walk further. And I need to start driving the truck again. I haven't driven it in so long. Probably going to have to jump it off, because I've not started it either. You know, I probably just need to sell it. But I know when I start thinking about that, then I start getting so sentimental. Oh no, my earring. My earring came off. Oh. I thought I had the back on it good, and now I've probably lost the back. Well. I could have said something else, but I won't. Okay, I don't like I'm too close to that truck. So let's try it again. I don't want to be as close. I don't want to be as close. Just a little bit more, Vicky, and you'll be okay. One more little time. All right, that's it. Okay, let's see if I can figure out if that back's still... There it is. I don't know why it come undone. I must not have got it on good. I must not have got the daggone thing on good. All right, I'm going to talk about Timmy real quick, and then I'm going to shut up. I'll move on back to St. Patrick's Day. So, Timmy, I'm trying to think what he even done. I know I watched it, and I'm trying to remember. I think I printed it out. I'm going to try to do a long video this weekend talking about several different influencers, video creators, you know. Let's see. He talks about condensation on his truck. Oh, he's at the beach. That's what it is. He's at the beach, and then he's talking to, he meets a guy with a Vespa, an electric Vespa. And, you know, evidently the guy says something about that he wants to do a YouTube channel or something. I don't know. Like I said, y'all know me. It goes in one ear and out the other. And I'm not reading these notes word for word. Then he whines about the gas prices. And, you know, we know that that's going to be the reason he doesn't travel right now is because of gas. And I wouldn't drive out across the country either with the gas the way it is right now. But I wouldn't drive across the country anyway. That time in my life has sailed. Now, if somebody wants to drive me, that might be different. And when I say drive me, they're going to drive me in something really comfortable. And they're going to stop every hour so I can walk. Because that's really the problem that I have now is that if I travel, if I don't stop more now, and I know I drove from the Smoky Mountains to home and didn't stop, but I paid for it the next day with my back hurting. All right, now, so he then talks about he got 5,000 steps on the beach, and he said he was walking and running the Ringling Bridge. He says he plans to go to Aldi to buy meat, although he contemplates just having a salad and an apple. And it's too windy to use his outdoor grill. Conclusion, Tim plans to go home, relax in the air conditioning, eat, and then continue with his day. And you know, I'm all for that, because that's really all I want to do, is go home and just relax. That's what happens when you get old. And Roman Reigns told CM Punk last night that he was old. So if CM Punk is old, I'm ancient. But I tell you, I thought at first I was going to have a hard time trying to decide who I wanted to win this match. And yes, I know it's all scripted. Nobody needs to tell me that. But it's still fun to speculate who they're going to go with. Well, I hope Roman beats his little ASS. All right, now, this last video that I watched, I know he did a rant video, but I just didn't pay no attention to it. And I know that Ray did a live, and I did watch some of it, but I didn't watch all of it because I thought, if I don't turn this off, I'm never going to go to sleep. So I had to turn it off. And I know there was some trolls in there. There were some trolls in that live, and they think we don't know who they are. We do. We're not idiots. Okay. Now, so Tim drives to Longboat Key. Now, I remember him saying something about that. He didn't want to live there. If somebody gave him a house, don't tell me he wouldn't live there. He can't afford to live there. I can't afford to live there. But anyway. And then he keeps talking about how windy it is. Well, it was windy here too. It was windy everywhere. All right. That's all I'm going to say about Tim. Because he just... And I know, I saw somebody comment somewhere. Yes, I go look at comments on other people's videos. I do, I admit it. Said something, well, and they said it under a comment that I had made, that our lives must be, I can't remember exactly how it was worded. Well, your life must be the same way because you're over there commenting under a comment I made. So you ain't no better than me. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Sometimes that I know I laugh and I think, oh, Tim does that. I need to stop that. When I stop that laugh after I say something. It's one of them nervous twitches I have. All right, we're going to put this hat on. And it's dropping dandruff everywhere. And I have to bend down. So you've got to get it on good or it won't stay. But there it is. I know, I can't. I'd have to lay the seat back for you to really see it. There you go. And no, I'm just going to wear it into the door and then I'll take it off. I'll try to be more professional. Although my professional days as far as dress are over. I thank God every day that I no longer work in an atmosphere that I have to wear a skirt or a dress or a pantsuit with high heels. Thank you, Lord, for blessing me in this age that I don't have to do that anymore. So I got to go to work, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all of you, no matter what. And I hope that you all, if you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, that you have a good day. As far as green beer, I don't drink green beer. I don't drink any. Well, I used to drink what they called what was that daggone thing called? Champagne margarita. And they made it green. That's what Bennigan's. Does anybody remember Bennigan's? That was one of their specialty drinks on St. Patrick's Day. I have a lot of good memories of St. Patrick's Day at Bennigan's. Too bad they shut down. Anyway, gotta go, y'all. Love you. Bye.